All right, so let's talk about trapping here first. Taki, can I see you? Okay. We are going to, first and foremost, when it comes to trapping, there's only 4 things you can really do. We're going to start off today. This is traditional, okay? We need traditional stuff to understand hand positions and what's going on. Then we have to detach from that, okay, because there's much more to it. What we call a single high outside reference point. Single high meaning it's in high position as one arm to one arm, okay? Outside because it's outside of my wrist against the outside of his wrist. Reference. This is telling me where the rest of him is at. It's my reference point. Make sense? Single high outside reference point. First thing that you have is the pak sao, meaning to slap and punch. When we slap and punch. Make sense? We don't want to keep this at the wrist because he's still in the way. He rolls his elbow up and I get stuck. We want to push his elbow back to his body. 1. Make sense? Number 2 is the lap sao, which is pull. From the same position here, instead of slapping down and going forward, we pull. Okay? Third one is what we call jiao sao, running hand, which means as soon as I feel this contact, I go around it. Okay? And fourth one, which is more in the JKD terminology, which we call the sliding leverage, which means go through it, go over it. Okay? I'm going to have you guys start out, and what I want you guys to do is pak sao 1 for 1. Okay? Meaning, I pak sao him, go back, he does it to me. I go him, he does it to me. I go him, he does it to me. Make sense? Sure. Partner off, let's go. I'll give you guys just 2 quick little notes on this thing, okay? One is when I come around, actually when I make my first trap here, I don't want to yank this thing back and then fire forward. If I was going to yank it back, just detach and start over. Make sense? I want to maintain that pressure in that arm, this cohesion, so that way he's not going anywhere. The minute I do this, I lost him. Make sense? So don't chamber this guy back. It's a tendency. People do that all the time. Okay? Make sure that contact stays there the whole time. Tactile sensitivity is much better than visual or otherwise. Okay? In trapping, we want to be able to see with our hands and hear with our eyes. See with your hands, hear with your eyes. Make sense? The reason why I say that is because when you hear something and you respond to it, it's late. That sound already happened. So whatever you're doing to cover is late. Make sense? The same thing here. If I visually see or visually hear his hand coming in to punch me, and then I put up a defense, he's already punching me. Make sense? So we want to see with our hands. That's an instant feedback. There's no neurosynaptic process. It's much faster than visual processing. Make sense? So keep that in mind. Traditionally speaking, let me stay for a second, Taki. Traditionally speaking, if I pak sao, trapping was because I trapped one arm. And if he stops with the second, just go ahead, I trap. I get this configuration. Guys, make that correlation between Wing Chun and trapping right here. Okay. Problem with that is that becomes my focus. I don't want the arms trapped. Okay. Which is bullshit because that only works Wing Chun to Wing Chun. Or trapping to trapping. It works on the mats. Okay. Of the same discipline. Do that to somebody who's boxing, Muay Thai boxing or otherwise. When you wake up, you'll be very unhappy with yourself.